Hello, good evening, guys. Um, you might notice I have a mic. This is actually my mom's mic, but I'm gonna try and borrow it more for my videos because I noticed that my audio is actually really, really low, and when I'm editing my videos, I have to turn my audio all the way up just to hear myself. So it's not it. It's not the vibe. But hello, welcome to episode 3. It's actually quite late as I'm recording this. It's 10 p.m., but I'm going to try and get through this fast because I actually have 2 other videos to record because I started short form content. Yay! And it's actually a Thursday right now, so as soon as I finish recording those 2 other vids, I have to start editing. So, great. So in this video, I'm gonna be sort of rushing, but hopefully not like rushing. I'm gonna be trying to get all my words right so that I don't have to go back and edit them out. Yay! So, okay. So episode 3 is all about food and also screen time. I'm very excited to talk about screen time because me and my boyfriend, who's sadly not with us at this time, he's with us. He's not dead, but he won't be able to watch this video when it comes out. It's okay. I love him very much. But I'm really excited to talk about it because me and him have been doing social media detoxes since the beginning of the year. Yeah, we've done 3 so far. We just finished our 3rd one. It's actually really nice. I actually love it. The only thing is that since I'm doing social media content, it kind of borders on oh, I can't really do it, you know what I mean? So I have social media content. I also have my student council stuff, and since I have a student council Instagram group chat, um I I try to maneuver that as well when I'm on my social media detox and the senior group chat as well. And then lastly, the social media thing. But I post on Fridays, and I'm planning to post every 3 days. So I'm trying to you know make it work. Let's start at food. Yay! Um, so I have some questions laid out again. Also, sorry if I'm hitting the mic a little bit. I'm not really used to it. I'm not used to having a mic, and so I'm getting a little bit too close to it and hitting it. So sorry. Um, so yes, I have some questions up here. I think I only have 3. Um, the first one is, how do I maximize fat loss and muscle growth? This is actually called body recomposition. I actually saw a video on it not too long ago, and it's basically increasing your protein intake and adding strength training to help lose fat and gain muscle. Okay. Um, this is again a technique called body recomposition, where uh, fitness and nutrition techniques lead to changes in your body's ratio of fat to muscle. Okay, in a good way, right? The source is again going to be up here, and the second one actually, no, the second one is a different source. What are the essentials for every meal? This should come it's not like a shocker to you guys or anything. One half of your meal should be vegetables and fruits, okay? So really, I believe that's 1/4 of your meal should be vegetables and another 1/4 should be fruits. So altogether, that should be vegetables and fruits, okay? One half. Also, potatoes don't count on your plate because of the negative impact on your blood sugar. Sorry, potatoes. But I do still love potatoes. Anyways, 1/4 of your meal should be whole grains such as brown rice, quinoa, or oats. I personally love brown rice and oats, but I don't usually eat it with my meals. I'll have some white rice, but I don't ever find myself picking up brown rice or anything. yeah, so I don't ever see myself like reaching for that brown rice. The last time I had brown rice was when I was at Chipotle and they didn't have white rice. And then actually, as soon as I got it, they pulled out a brand new pot of white rice. Okay, 1/4 of your meal should be protein such as beans, poultry, or fish, and highly processed meats are actually really bad for you and should be avoided, like bacon and sausage. And actually, earlier today, I saw a video that said that deli meats are like at the same level of like cigarettes, um, as carcinogens. Carcinogens? Carcinogens? I think it's carcinogens. Um, don't check me on that because I have to do my research. I'll let you guys know in the future video if it's really true. Sounds pretty true because it's really highly processed meats, which are deli meats, but never mind that. Healthy plant oil should be added in moderation. They added a whole list of like a lot of plant oils that can be used in this case. So like vegetable oils, avocado oils. I really want to go to bed. Sorry, I touched my mic again. But I really want to go to bed. I'm incredibly sleepy. Like I couldn't get ready for bed because I needed to keep this outfit on so I could record this video. So I'm getting the things that I need to do done so I can get the things that I want to do done after. Okay, guys, let's lock in. Drink water, coffee, or tea, and limit sugary drinks. I actually heard that green tea helps with digestion, but again, you gotta check me on that. But the source is up there on the screen again. Okay, I only have one topic, and that is the 80-20 method. And this is basically where you eat clean 80% of the time, and then the rest of the time, 20% of the time, you eat junk food or you eat foods that are not as healthy. The first time I heard this, I was like, yeah, that sounds nice, but I don't really know how to, work with it. Like, I don't know how you expect me to do this. So I actually pulled up the picture that helped me get it. I can't zoom in on it, I guess. But oh, oh. But so there's like this little diagram here, and it just shows like five foods over the course of one day. And so let's say for a day you ate clean the entire day. 2 snacks healthy, and your 3 meals are all healthy. That would be 100%, right? So another example would be like an 80%. So you have a donut or something, but everything else you eat is healthy. So then it would be 80-20. I hope you guys understand me. Okay, last section. How-to goals. I'm kind of actually speeding through this. I did not mean to. The goal is to lose 10 kg, which is pretty much 20 pounds of fat, and build muscle. It's kind of hard to measure your progress on the scale. So this one is a kind of like a little bit flexible. Like if I'm seeing visible change in my muscles, which I did today, but like you can't really see anything, but for me it feels like an accomplishment because when I was like holding my arms and stuff, I felt like they were like a little bit bigger or like a little bit muscular, but never mind that. Like if I'm seeing muscle growth and stuff in the mirror, but I step on the scale and I'm in the same weight or I gain weight, I'm gonna like just try and let it go because I'm getting muscle. So I'm achieving my goal, and that goal doesn't always come with losing that thing. And really, it's more like that muscle is like replacing that fat. And I'm pretty sure muscle weighs more than fat. So, anyways, how to achieve this goal: go to the gym consistently, eat daily protein, and try to drink at least 2 bottles of water a day. And I know 2 bottles of water isn't enough, but I barely drink 1 bottle of water a day. So baby steps, guys. Baby steps. Okay. Screen time. Screen time. I'm very screen time. Okay. I have 3 questions with very short answers. One of them is actually a very special question, which does not just apply to me, but it's not like a fact question. It's more like a opinion question. Okay. So the first one is, what is doom scrolling? So I think that people haven't really found an exact definition for it yet. Like, people actually haven't started writing it down and saying like, this is what doom scrolling is, this is what happens, etc., etc. Because the first article I found was actually saying doom scrolling is when you look through a whole bunch of news outlets all day. And I don't think people do that. Like, I do think people do that, but nowadays when you talk about doom scrolling is more of waking up and immediately scrolling on TikTok, waking up and immediately scrolling on Instagram. And I'm gonna say this right now, it's not like it's very different. It's not very different. Getting up and scrolling on the news outlets you follow, or getting up and scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, it's more like you can have, let's be for real, the videos that get the most engagement and the most attention are the ones that are dangerous or the ones that are violent, etc. And it's the same thing with news stories. You might see like one cute little story about a girl adopting a dog, and the next 5 ones are going to be murder and violence. Okay? So either way, neither of them are good. So does the definition really matter? Either way, I did find an updated article, and I do have a definition for you. Doom scrolling is the act of constantly consuming and scrolling on social media apps and news stories with an inability to stop. Okay, which pretty accurate. I feel like a lot of people, like, even if you don't suffer from doom scrolling, you probably know a family member who does, which is very unfortunate. But this is kind of how they made social media apps to be. Even the people who made those social media apps were like, I wouldn't let my kid be on that. I wouldn't go on that myself. But you're fine to go on it. Like, go ahead, have fun, have a ball. Even it's because they specifically made those apps to keep us trapped into scroll. And actually, the dopamine doesn't even come from the new videos. It comes from scrolling and finding something new because of the way the human brain works. Okay, when we were back in prehistoric times and we saw a piece of grass move, it was giving us dopamine because we were observing. And since we're observing now by scrolling on our phone, we're getting that same dopamine hit. Yay! Okay, but of course, consuming and scrolling cannot be good for you. It's not. It's not good. Doom scrolling can actually worsen depression and anxiety, reinforce negative emotions, and increase stress hormone release. Sorry, a little bit of Australian came out in there. Anyways, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, but we need to stop. So on that same note, how can I reduce my screen time? This is the same source as last time, UH Hospitals. You can reduce your screen time by taking up more offline habits, which is actually a trend I see coming up. Actually, that video isn't going to come out until like the next few days, but whatever. It's actually a trend that I see starting to come up a little bit, like analog bags and stuff. Like, but I have to do more research into it because from my knowledge, I see that analog bags are like these bags that you keep full of like art stuff and stuff, or screenless hobbies and stuff, screenless activities to do, and you kind of carry it around with you. But I'm not sure yet. I will get back to you. But it does sound like a good idea. But with all good ideas, overconsumption feeds its way into it. Setting a time limit will always help. I do like setting time limits. Well, I can't really say that. That's a lie. I can't say that I like setting time limits because I've never really set one. It's more like when it's a Monday night and I know that I have a detox on the next day, and I'm like just counting down the hours until it gets there. So set really a time limit. And then by making small changes to spend less time on your phone. An example of this would be like making it intentionally hard to get to social media, like, I'm not gonna encourage like downloading random apps onto your phone for this purpose, but like making your background or something a certain color so it blends in with the app and you won't immediately pop and touch it, you know? And that's actually a difference I see in like Instagram versus TikTok, like their app covers. I'll put them up on the screen. Instagram is very bright and colorful, like it's made to be pressed. You know what I mean? Like they want you to open their app using bright colors. TikTok is actually kind of the opposite, and I think that's what kind of made them sort of blow up, aside from, you know, their actual app itself, because every other app is using bright colors and things to make you press on it, and now you just see this little black um black black and white app with some red and blue details, you know? That looks interesting. What is that what's in that app, you know? Either way, I'm just yapping now. Last question. What is your average screen time? Actually, I find myself nowadays checking my screen time more often. Like, I checked it the other day when I wrote this up, and so mine is about 14 hours on average, which is still really bad. But first of all, I know people who have more screen time. Second of all, I also use my phone for audio to help me sleep. So, um, that actually leads us. Actually, no, it doesn't lead us into the next point. But yeah, I use my phone to help me sleep. I either play Gordon Ramsay to help me sleep. I love the cursing in my ears. It's like heaven or whatever. Um, or I play like a song, a little relaxation song to get me to bed. Okay. So next section, topics. Okay, we have 2 topics. All right. And also, on the last question, I would appreciate it if you comment down your average screen time or your screen time for today. Thanks. I guess, thanks. Um, like the video and subscribe too. Anyways, again, 2 topics. The first one is blue light. You've probably heard this term before because I told you guys this in the sleep video where I said that blue light does not help you when you're going to bed. And I'm only going to further that thought now, okay? Blue light is high energy visible light which is commonly used in phones, monitors, TVs, etc. Okay? The eyes cannot effectively filter blue light, so it passes through the retinas, which that already sounds bad. But blue light can also promote alertness, which is why you shouldn't do it, which is why you shouldn't be on your phone before you go to bed. Elevates mood and boosts memory, but of course that comes with its harm. Okay, digital eye strain comes with this, which is digital eye strain has symptoms of headaches, eye strain, blurred vision, and dry and irritated eyes. Now, okay, the last topic. When is it time to put the phone down? Okay, when is it time to put the phone down? Usually, okay, usually when I put my phone down is when it's overstimulating. Okay, I don't ever fully put my phone down because, you know, I do my editing on here, I do my videos on here, I do everything on here, right? But I don't I know how to catch myself when I'm doom scrolling. I feel like I doom scroll way less after I picked up social media, and after New Year's, and I started thinking about it, like, oh, I scroll a lot. And after these social media detoxes, I feel like I don't have the urge to scroll as much. This is your sign to try it, actually, because at first, the first day you're like, I'm scared, like I don't want to do this, like I don't want to get offline, like I don't want to do that, like that sounds sad, I don't want to do that. It's because it's giving you dopamine 24/7 and you're addicted to it. Yeah, I know, that's bad. Okay, so but when you actually get off of it, it's like heaven. It's like, wow, I don't feel the actual urge to do it again. It's like, it's very freeing to not have that urge, and I personally like it. So, but either way, and when I'm not on a social media detox, when I'm just chilling, I usually like to play little games. Like, I was just playing that color hue game. I'll like put it to the side. Not sponsored, but I've been enjoying the first few levels. Or I'll play airplane chefs, or I'll play any of those things, and I'll get offline. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel the need anymore to really start scrolling. And also sometimes I'm just genuinely overwhelmed. Anyways, it's really up to you when you put it down. When you put the phone down, it's up to you, okay? But that's kind of the problem in the first place. It's really hard to pull yourself out of it when you're already in it. You know what I mean? So I'm very grateful that I stopped doom scrolling as much, and I'm enjoying it so far. But it's not like I don't have my moments. It's not like I'm a perfect human being. We all make mistakes. So, sometimes when I'm in that rut, like I'm literally sitting downstairs just scrolling, I'll just try and break it by thinking about the things that I had to do, or, trying to slowly move my body parts. When I, like on that note, slowly moving my body parts, when I feel really, really upset, not upset, really like depressed, lazy, or whatever, and I just don't want to move, I start to like move my body parts. Like, I start from my legs, and once my legs start moving, and once that weight shifts, I'm already up and I'm not about to sit back down, Okay, how to goals. The goal is 10 hours or under per day. So when there's an urge to scroll, I read or draw. And when I go to bed, I want to listen to background noise on the TV instead of the phone, because I really do want my phone hours to be more accurate. Because if my hours on the phone are 14 hours on average, if I'm getting 14 hours in one day and I'm sleeping on the phone, like, no, not sleeping on the phone. Well, yes, sleeping on the phone, but like sleeping with my phone on, like half of my hours aren't even filled with me doing anything on my phone. It's just me sleeping while it's on. Either way, this was a short episode. Okay, this was a really short episode, but that's literally all I have for you guys. Life update, I guess. My mom went to the doctor today. They said that it's healing a little bit, which is good, because if it wasn't healing, then she would have to get surgery. Very sad. And I think I'm finding my makeup style. Like, I'm getting closer and closer to it. But everything is a process, and I'm not in a rush to find my makeup style, or like, I guess, do something with it. Um, but having a personal makeup style would just make me feel a lot better, like genderly and personally. I don't like getting about that stuff online on here, because I don't like answering questions. Either way, bye guys. I love you all.